everybody and welcome back. My name's Alison, the online piano and the online violin tutor. So today I thought I would do a piano Christmas gift guide. I've just done a violin one of these, so obviously I can't leave you pianists out. So this is for you guys wanting to buy your loved one or your friend or whoever it is a little kind of accessory gift for your pianist friend, and maybe you want to get them something for Christmas, but you don't know what to get them. Obviously, a piano itself is quite expensive, but these are just kind of little things that I think might be quite useful. Obviously, if they don't have them already. So what I thought I would do is give you a kind of cheaper version, and then I would give you I don't want to say expensive version, but the version that I would buy if it was me, or actually if I can still find links to them, the actual version of that I physically have. So, you know, I could just go on the internet and just find the most expensive thing of whatever it is I'm talking about and say, yeah, go ahead and get that. But I kind of feel that's too easy to do because I feel like perhaps you guys just want to know what I have. If I've got it, then you're going to like it as well. So all the links will be directly underneath, and I will put UK links and US links as well for you guys here in the UK and you guys in America as well. And as I said, a cheaper version and the version that I would personally buy for myself if it were me. So without any further ado, let's get going. Okay, so in no particular order, I'm going to talk about metronomes. So I have this metronome, and I also have this metronome as well. So I have a kind of wind-up metronome, which is a full wood one like this. I like this one because it's got a nice loud click to it, but also you can physically see something going left and right. So that's why I like this one. It's wind up as well, so it doesn't involve any batteries. I've also got a little digital one as well, so this was more portable because obviously I can't take this with me. This was probably more suited as well because I play the violin. This is ideal for me on the violin, but I still used to use it to sit on next to the piano. This one kind of has to sit on the side of the piano, or if you've got a digital piano or a keyboard or something, you then have to sit it on a table next to it. This is nice because it can literally sit on the stand next to the music, so it is physically in your face. So I'll have a couple of options with these and a couple of options with these directly underneath. I think I could only find sort of one version of this. I'm not going to be able to find, I really don't think I'll be able to find the exact version of this one. This is many, many years old now. I just need to change the battery in this, but this is many years old now. But you know, just anything kind of digital would be fine. And with these ones, I will show you a cheaper version of this and this one as well. This is a pure, I want to say mahogany. This was gifted to me by my next door neighbour when he passed away. I absolutely love it, but these are very, very expensive. This is a proper wooden one, not plastic. They're just very expensive. I'd actually love to get another proper wooden one of this. It's just getting a little bit rough around the edges as well because it was sort of a little bit old when it came to me, but I don't know, it's just one of those things that are just very expensive anyway. So those are the two metronomes. Okay, so the next thing is headphones. Especially if you've got a digital piano, this isn't going to work if you've got an acoustic piano, but I kind of feel that the vast majority of you guys are more than likely going to have a digital piano. So you've got some headphones, so you've got some options coming up here. These are kind of cheaper headphones. I mean, headphones are headphones really, but the better the headphones, the more padding they have on your ear, the more comfortable they are, especially if you're going to be playing for a really long period of time. You don't want anything kind of cutting into your ear and kind of pushing in and stuff. You've got some more expensive ones. The ones I like are Audio Technicas. These aren't the exact versions that I have because obviously I don't really have the need to play with headphones obviously this is what I do for a living, so sound for me isn't an issue, but I do have a pair of studio recording headphones which are Audio Technicas. My recording microphone, my violin microphone for recording that is an Audio Technica as well. They're great. So you've got two versions of headphones there if you want to kind of splurge the cash a little bit more, but they are going to be better because they're going to be more soundproofed as well, and you'll get kind of a better overall experience. There's nothing worse than having a nice digital piano and then you've just got crappy tinny headphones that really aren't projecting the sound you're playing into your ears. It's a bit like having kind of Dolby 5.1 surround sound system in your ear. So obviously the better the headphone, the better the experience and the nicer it's going to be. Okay, music bags. They're quite handy for pianists because if you're out and about, you want to take music somewhere with you. So you've got two options with bags. You can get a slightly cheaper bag, which is this one coming up here. Now I could only find this one in the UK. I couldn't find anything similar in the US. On Amazon, perhaps it has a different name to it, I don't know, but they're not very expensive at all. They can be maybe just like a little bit plasticky, maybe more for a younger audience. The other alternative, and they're not that much more expensive, is to get a nice leather bag. So the one I've got is this one. So again, I've had mine for many, many years. You know, this has lasted so well, and trust me, I have had so much crammed into here and it just will not break. It's kind of one of those old classic bags. It fits all of my music. Sometimes you've got music that's kind of A4 size. Sometimes you get music that's kind of like this, that's just like, I don't know what size physically you call this, but it's slightly bigger than A4, which can be really, really annoying, especially when you've got music that's just that kind of centimetre all round bigger than A4. But this carries all that, as well it carries my fold-up music stand as well. So when I'm out playing at weddings, for example, I have all the music I need in here, as well as my fold-up music stand. It takes quite a bit, actually, but I've got a plastic sleeve in there at the moment, but it takes quite a bit, and as I say as well, the weight is pretty good. Okay, we're getting there. So the next thing is sustain pedals. So I don't have anything physically to show you, but I will put some pictures up here of some sustain pedals. So again, this is more for the digital piano player. A lot of digital pianos don't come as standard with sustain pedals, but as a pianist, you're gonna need a sustain pedal. So it's one of those things that you're not gonna get away with for very long. If you're a beginner, no, you won't need it, but eventually you will need a sustain pedal. There are two types of sustain pedals. You can get these little kind of square box ones that you will see now. They're a little bit cheaper. They're fine. They're just really bloody irritating because they move. So what you end up having to do is put some duct tape, folded kind of back on itself kind of duct tape, put it underneath and on the floor just so it sticks to the floor. Otherwise what you find you're doing is that you're putting the foot on your pedal, and as you're lifting your foot up and down, the pedal's getting further and further away from you, and that's never a good idea when you're in the middle of a performance, as we've all been there and done before. So having some duct tape in your bag for that is a good idea, but it depends. I mean, if you've got your digital piano against a wall, or you can put it against something, that might be fine, but that is just the only issue with those, because they're not heavy. They serve a purpose for the price, but you know, you get what you pay for. But in terms of the sustain pedal, those working as a sustain pedal, they're absolutely fine and they still do the job. The other one that I would recommend is the Yamaha F30. So I can't remember the name of it. I'll have it linked directly underneath, but I will have a picture of this coming up here. This is the one that I've got. I don't use it with my digital piano I've got at the moment because I've got a Clavinova CLP. It's discontinued now, but it already comes, you know, it's a whole kind of proper system. So it already comes with the 3 pedals. So this is, I do have it, and I've got a Yamaha P115. I do have this pedal and I use it with my white Yamaha P115 piano that I've got when I need to use it for portable reasons or recording, whatever. So again, that doesn't come with a sustain. You can get them, but it's just not ideal to travel with. So this Yamaha one is the one that I would recommend. It is more realistic for an actual, a more realistic look of the pedal as well. It's quite heavy and it's quite substantial. It's not heavy, but it's heavy for a sustain pedal and it's quite substantial. So you will find that your foot won't be slowly getting away from you as you're using it. So the final thing that I think would be useful to get is some books. Anybody that's learning the piano or going to be learning the piano is gonna need some books of some sort, wherever they come from. You can't learn any instrument without a book. So the books I recommend, of course, are my own series of books that I have written here. And I think a lot of you are not aware that I have a bookshop or that I've written books. Now, all of the tutorial videos are available to watch completely. They're all free and they're all open on YouTube, so you can watch the video tutorial lessons, and they go along with a series of books. I haven't got all of them here. I'll put a link to them, the books that are coming up here. So you've got Piano Book 1 and a Song Book 1. So the Piano Book 1 will take you from complete and utter beginner, absolutely, you know nothing about nothing. By the time you get to book 4, which is the end of the series, you will be a very decent intermediate level, assuming you've obviously followed the course correctly and done everything that you're supposed to do. So it comes with a series of 7 books. They can all be bought individually, they can be bought as packages, or you can buy the whole lot at a discount. Now, Piano Book 1 comes with a songbook one as well. I don't have piano book one here to show you, but I'll put a picture of it coming up here. Piano book one, the tutorial book, will teach you, will start you off from absolutely scratch. And then after you've done that book, you would then move on to songbook one, which contains 10 pieces, 10 well-known kind of classical pieces, some are original, that are exactly the same level as the tutorial book that you've just done. So it's a good idea to go through the songbook after you've done the tutorial. I really do recommend getting the songbooks alongside the tutorials, because once you've done the tutorial books, it's kind of, you're then moving on to the next tutorial book, but then you haven't really practiced those skills enough. So it's not really about rushing, it's about learning it properly and giving yourself lifelong skills that you can take away and use elsewhere. So playing the pieces from this book really does affirm the information and the new skills that you've learned in that book. Then you can move on to book two. There isn't a tutorial book for book two. Sorry, there isn't a songbook for book two because there's already a lot of pieces in here. Then you can move on to tutorial book 3 and songbook 3, then tutorial book 4 and songbook 4, and that's when you will get yourself to a very good intermediate, kind of decent level there. The reason why my book series is good and differs from everyone else, even if I do say so myself, is because it follows a method, it follows a proper course, and it follows a proper structure that I have written myself over my 18 years worth of private teaching, which is a lot of years of teaching and a lot of years to kind of accumulate and learn what's going to work and what's not going to work. So all the videos are available to watch on the internet, so you can go and watch these on my channel. I'll link them all underneath as well. And these are all downloadable books. There is nothing to ship. I just want to make that clear. These are ebooks. Once you pay for them, you then download them. I've just printed all these out myself on my home printer, and I've just got one of those binders that I've bound up. But you can take them to your local printers and they'll print them up just as well for you, and they'll look really nice, especially if you want to kind of wrap them up as a present. Alongside that, you've got 2 Christmas books that I've written. Now these are traditional Christmas kind of carols and things in these, and I think there's about 10 or 11 in each of these books. They come with video tutorials as well, and they're linked to these books. Again, these are downloadable, nothing physical to ship. This one I wrote maybe a year or so ago. Book 2 I wrote a couple of months ago, and it's just out now, so the lessons are just actually being released now. So these are priced at $12. The links to buy these from my shop will be directly underneath this video. So you've got those if you've got someone who's maybe just a little bit more experienced on the piano, but maybe they've been playing for a short while, and they just want to have a go at some Christmas carols and things in time for Christmas. So these are all easy. These are all kind of beginners and sort of upwards. Or the other book that you can get, which I don't have a copy of right here, but I'll put a picture of the book coming up here, is my Essential Piano Collection. Now these are all original pieces, and again there are, I think it comes with MP3s, so you can hear how they go, but like I say, they're just original pieces. They're a little bit more than beginners, I would say. If you've got someone that's only just started playing or someone that's only been playing a few months, probably not going to be for them. They might be a little bit too difficult. So probably for a little bit more of the experienced player, maybe a year and upwards, those would be good for. Those pieces aren't available anywhere else, obviously, because they were written by me a couple of years ago. But this one is a really, really good book, and there's some demos on my site as well that you can listen to, just before you buy it. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my Christmas gift guide. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays for you guys in the US, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.